Yep, that's good. Yep. Thank you so much for joining us here today. I can't remember the last time we had a bill signing at Honolulu Community College, but I'm excited to be here today. Wanted to thank each and every one of you for joining us. I did want to start by thanking the UH staff, HCC staff, John Morton and Calbert Young, and I know that there are a few regents here as well. Just thanking you for helping us organize this event and hosting us here at Honolulu Community College. As a parent who has put 3 children to college, I know full well that the cost of higher education has really been growing faster than the economy. Most importantly, after doing the FAFSA for about 10 or 12 years, I've become very, very adept and an expert at doing it. And I do know what the challenges are for our families in wanting to go on and have their students go on to higher education and really being afraid of the costs that are involved. So as you know, 2 years ago, I talked about Hawaii's promise in the State of the State address because I really understand that education is really the gateway for changing a family's life. And clearly the cost of higher education had become a bigger and bigger burden for too many of our families here in the state of Hawaii. So I'm just glad to be here today to be able to sign House Bill 2501, which codifies the University of Hawaii Community College program called Hawaii's Promise, which provides much needed scholarships for students at the community college campuses all across the state in the University of Hawaii system. It's very fitting, I think. Well, the plan was for us to be outside of the financial aid office, a brand newly renovated financial aid office here at Honolulu Community College. The weather blessed us, and so we are indoors today. But I think it's very fitting as financial aid has become a bigger and bigger part of going to college. It's very fitting that we are here at the Honolulu Community College campus, here outside of the financial aid office, in order for us to sign this measure. Hawaii's Promise is a program to fill the gap between what a family can afford and the actual cost of attending community college here in Hawaii. For many of our students, the barriers to college aren't necessarily academic. Instead, the biggest barrier is the cost of tuition, fees, books, and loan obligations that they must take out in order to attend college. I'm proud to say that in the year and a half since we first talked about Hawaii Promise, of this program, more than 1,500 students statewide have benefited from it. And I just really wanted to thank our legislative partners here today for supporting this measure last year with a $1.8 million appropriation. And I'm excited this year because together we finished the job. We do believe with House Bill 2501 that we will be able to provide for every student who has a financial need all across the state. This program is working, and we're really here to extend it to make sure that we can provide, meet our goal of providing free in-state tuition for qualified UH community college students. Not only that, but we're setting them up with the tools necessary to succeed, to be flexible and being able to arrange and respond to any unexpected need. But I think most importantly, to think critically and creatively to meet the challenges of the 21st century. And so joining us today is a number of people who will be speaking. First of all, I'd like to call up Vice President for Community Colleges, John Morton, who has been part of this program since its inception.
Thank you, Governor. It was about 2-3 years ago when we in the community colleges were planning what we wanted to see happen between then and 2021. And we kept hearing these comments from prospective students, oh, I can't go to college, too expensive. And we said, but that's not true. There's lots of aid out there. What's the disconnect here? What's wrong with that? So we said, let's commit ourselves to saying that we are going to remove cost as a barrier to any Hawaii resident with financial need attending and benefiting from community colleges. That's where the dream of Hawaii Promise came from. Turning that dream into a reality, we gave ourselves till 2021, because we know how long it takes sometimes. But not this time. This time with support from the governor from day one, with the regents, Regent McInerney, Regent Higa are here, adopting it as a program for the university, with support from UH alumni. Bernadette Baracchio, the Alumni Association, helped communicate the value of the program from students who adopted it as their program from across the community colleges and said how important the measure would be. And finally, our legislative friends who, as the governor said last year, were able to provide us with $1.8 million. So Representative Woodson, Natalie, Senator Kim, all the legislators here, thank you so much. And that was great. But it only let us do one thing, and that was to take care of the students we already had. And so we did it. We implemented it. We got the money in August, and we gave it out on August 23rd. I can say that by the end of the year, every student with unmet direct costs, like tuition fee, every student had all of that covered by grant aid. Not all just from Hawaii Promise, but from But we really wanted the program to message to those who said, I can't come. Not the ones who were still there, but the ones who said, I can't come. So that they could have their own promise, their own dreams about what higher education could mean for them. And for that, we needed the additional money. And that's what House Bill 2501 provides us. So we'll be able to reach out, and we estimate cover another 500 students with Hawaii Promise, and probably even more students using our other financial aid. But we can get out there now and say, this promise is for you, please come. In fact, listen Monday, because you will start to hear the radio spots letting the community know that the funds are now available, and we're inviting them to join us come this fall. And there'll be other marketing efforts. That's only possible, not in 2021, but in 2018, because of the hard work of the folks in this room. And so on behalf of our current students, on behalf of those students that we're going to be attracting, on all of us that work in the university and the community colleges, mahalo.
Thank you, John. Next, I'd like to invite up Senator Donna Mercado Kim to make a few comments.
Thank you, Governor. On behalf of the Senate and Senator Chang, we're really happy to be here. I'm especially pleased to be here because I grew up in this neighborhood. We used to hook tilapias in the Kapalama Canal. Of course, they didn't have any fences back then. And when you're hooking tilapias, there's no way that you can really afford to go off to college at some point in time. And so I am a living example of how we struggled and had to work and find all kinds of ways in order to get a college degree, a college education. I am the only one in my family to get that degree. And so I also put my son through college and filled out those same FAFSA reports and put him through law school. I told him, you have to come home because we can't afford it on the mainland. Well, home for a college degree is still 20 grand plus, tuition. So that's still quite high. And so for those students that qualify and really have that barrier that was spoken about, there's really no excuse now for them to be able to take advantage. And we're better than to start at our community colleges, our colleges that in our neighborhoods where we grew up. And this is where it all begins for our young people. So I'm really pleased to have been part of this effort. And it took a collective group of people to make this happen so that we can all benefit. It will also help our colleges, our community colleges to raise the enrollment, which is something I know the legislature has been very concerned about, the dropping of the enrollment. So coupled with that, I think we all win when this happens. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Donna. Tilapia makes the best crab meat. I learned that growing up. I next wanted to invite a member of the State House of Representatives, Representative Justin Woodson, to say a few comments.
Well, thank you for allowing us to be here with you today. In the House, and we like to do things collectively. I remember when I first heard about the Hawaii Promise Program, and it was actually a couple years back, I think in September or October. And first we heard about it from the University of Hawaii administration. Next we heard about it from the governor's office. Then we heard about it from the regents. And then, before you know it, our House colleagues were having conversations about this Hawaii Promise Program. So I thought to myself, this thing really has a chance of actually coming into fruition. And I thought, what a great thing it would be for our state if we were able to accomplish this together. So we introduced the bill, and you know that each and every single member of the House signed on to it. All the Democrats, all the Republicans, everyone was on board with this concept of providing help for our Kama'aina. And as we went through the legislative process, it was so attractive both on the House and Senate side that by the time we got to the budget, a decision was made to go ahead and just throw it into the budget. So we threw the funding into the budget, and we were able to work collectively to establish the program. Now we fast forward to this year, again, many hands in the pot working together with the leadership of Chairs McKelvey and Kahele for the committees on higher education. We were able to solidify this very, very important program. So I just wanted to say thank you for everyone that was involved, the student advocacy, like that was mentioned, the community advocacy that was mentioned. And it was truly a great day for all of us. Thank you.
I just want to say a couple words real quickly. There is no I in team, and I just want to thank Representative Woodson for championing as chair of higher education this measure and getting it in the budget. Because it was in the budget, we were able to put the bill forward, and want to give a shout out to our finance chair and our speaker who said, go big, go more. Do bigger. But this is just the beginning. And I also want to thank Representative Holt, who was burning the shoe leather on the Finance Committee to make sure we could get the release and the funding we needed to make this happen. So this is just the beginning, but it's a part of a team, Representative Holt.
Thank you everybody for being here. Like Senator Kim said, growing up in this neighborhood, I understand what importance, this college as well as all the community colleges have for people who don't have the funds to go to a four-year school. So the fact that we have this in place is very, bright for our future. I hope we can expand it to the four-year colleges, going into the future. But this is a great start, and thank you for everybody being here. And good luck. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. We thought it would be great for you to be able to hear from some students whose lives have been changed by the Hawaii's Promise program. And so I would like to introduce Alki Raymond, and he'll be followed by Kelly Caetano to talk a little bit about what Hawaii's Promise has meant to them as students. And you can come up together, or thanks.
Mahalo.
As the governor said, my name is Alki Raymond. I'm a Hawaiian Studies major here at Honolulu CC. I just finished the program, so I should be getting my associate's degree once I apply for it. The Hawaii Promise program helped me out. The last 2 semesters I received it, books, and I live in Honolulu, so it helped with travel. That was a big thing for me. Yeah, thank you.
My name is Kelly. As you guys said, I'm a part of the SEND program. This scholarship actually helped me because I live alone. I'm actually from the Big Island, so I flew to Oahu. And from here, I'm pretty much doing everything by myself. So the scholarship itself helped me not focus on the payments that I had to make on school, but actually helped me focus on school itself. So it actually took a big load off my shoulders. But thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I'd like to invite the legislators up, and I'll be signing House Bill 2501. Okay, House Bill 2501, House Draft 1, Senate Draft 2, Conference Draft 1, a bill for an act relating to the University of Hawaii Community College Promise Program. Is now law in Hawaii as Act 14. Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thanks. Thank you.